Actually, my problem's not medical. It's psychological.
Support through Patreon today. Supporters will get stickers, mini prints, coffee cups, shirts, and hoodies. Depending on tier, of course, Patreons can also enjoy ad-free early content. Link in description below.
Hello! Luigi, what are you doing? Nothing.
Slick. Problem with the rear-wheel drive car? Now I'm gonna burn off my tires. Welcome to a Wednesday. Oh, it's gotten super mild out. Literally yesterday I had to do back-to-back coils just the other day. I didn't make any video about it because it was, I probably could have, I don't know. I try not to take footage of something that if I just did it not that long ago, but it's kind of hard to continuously make videos in my line of work because I do a lot of the same stuff over and over. The situations may change, and the first coil is like pick up from, it was supposed to be in town. Hitchem brought it from Grand Prairie and dropped it off just as I was on my way back with that Rollins boiler, that blue one that I had that I picked up from North Imperial. And they're like, the coil's supposed to be here soon. I'm like, I didn't see it on my way home, so it's not going to be here anytime real soon. Because they kind of gave me the day off. But they're like, we don't know what time it's going to go out. Text me at like 3:30 p.m. Yeah, they want it out on location at 10 p.m. It was going to be like probably a 4-hour jaunt to get it out there with all the pissing around I had to do. And first of all, the coil was supposed to be in town. It wasn't. It was out in the industrial park, Burnt Lake Tri-Can, so not a big deal. Except when I got there, literally barely even touched the accelerator or the brakes, and I was like sliding sideways. In their yard was a complete skating rink. I could see Hitchem had to chain up to get in there, get rid of it, you know, and deck off. And I was like, man, I hope I can just, and I was kind of like, fucker, I hate fucking red lines. Drive faster everywhere, every time. I almost had it, and it was kind of in a little bit of a dip, and so I could back up with it because all the weight kind of pushes forward on your drives as you back up. I had it completely locked up, grabbed like 3 or 4 gears and just tried to be as smooth as possible to keep as much traction as possible, and I got it right to where like the booster in the 24 was going through, just coming up the other side of the dip that it was kind of parked in, and I powered out. Well, I didn't power out, but I just spun and spun and spun. So I just put on one side, and there was another case of, remember I told you want to have those extra long tails for instances like to be able to do this, because if you didn't have the extra long tails on your chains, you can spin the tire, but you still got to be able to hook the boomer. I prefer to just be able to hook it up as good as I can without really laying right underneath the whole fucking truck and trailer, and especially when it was just soaking wet ice. So anyways, I get that coil out, take it out there, it's got to go out to the Andy Millers, so no Jeeps or pops allowed past the chain up area. So I gotta now I'm getting out there, it's like 8:45, 9 p.m. Jeep off. You're not allowed to leave stuff unattended there either, but it said no leaving Jeeps, our dolly's unattended. So I left the 24 high. I'm like, well, that's not on the list. And of course, we got to take the Jeep to the bridge, dump it off, and then return. Then I pin the coil, and then I take it up to location. Everything went fine, no problem. He's like, if nobody's there, just deck it off on the side. As I was leaving the chain-up area, I seen like a group of headlights coming. I was like, that's probably them. And if they would have like said something, like, hey, there's our coil, hey, we'll be right there, I would have stayed and spotted it. I would have ran out of hours, but I could have done it because they were going to be right there. Because they told me if they're not there, just dolly it off on the side of Lee's. So I'm like, okay. So I got up there, dollied it off, and then went on my merry way to the next one, Drayton Valley, to just about Cynthia. Showed up there, and it was definitely a little greasy. So I put on one set and a steer, hooked onto it. There was a water line that was in the way that I had to move. Thankfully it wasn't hooked up, because I was like, well, I can't drive over this, I just chained up. And I'm like, the coil was kind of sitting in decent ground, but it was like muddy all around from all the foot traffic. No one's there again, no nothing. I'm like all by myself. I think the boiler hand was there, but he was probably sleeping. Because at that time now, it's like 12:31 a.m., somewhere in there. Pin onto it. I see the water hose isn't hooked up. It's like one of those big, like 10-inch water hoses. I think it's lay flat. It's pretty stiff, and when you got to pull like 60 feet of it, it can't be heavy. So I managed to get that thrown out of the way. And then I can see, I'm like, oh, I can drive around the 400 barrels tanks, because I had to drive through like a bit of where all the sand hogs and all the actual action on the one side there was like muddy, and I was like, got my tire chains all covered in mud. I was like, mud? Fucking ice. So yeah, anyways, it was a turn of events, and I had to bring that back to town and then have it dropped off down by OE Mill here to Global Tubing, where they're gonna re-spool or recertify, recheck, whatever. But it had to be there for 8:30 in the morning. I got back here at like 5 a.m. Had a nap in the industrial park over by, whoa, what's this guy doing? Oh, he's got a Ford, never mind. It's probably just broke down. Oh, looks like a hit and run. Oh, I see another car off to the side there. Gotta be careful, it's slick. But anyways, so yeah, I dropped that off and then went back to the shop. I'm like, hey, it's early in the morning, everybody's gone working. I'm like, oh, I'll wash the truck, scrub it, because the stainless, everything shiny was looking like complete ass, except for the fender. Quality stainless on the front fenders. Everything else was cheap and shitty stainless. So if you're standing behind how proud your stainless is, it's shitty if you watch this, because it gets that like scabby goiter look to it, where if you don't polish it, it's got like raw steel embedded in it. So it's fine when it's polished, but then all of a sudden it's like these little iron deposits pop out from it, like little black dots. Like it almost looks like I had splattered grease all over the back of the truck, which is, you know, and I knew it. I thought about it when he said we're getting stainless for back there. I'm like, well, I should have said get high quality shit, don't get the cheapest you can get. But But anyways, okay, sorry for fucking gabbling on all morning for my drive to work. We gotta go get a heater, some burner. I think it's an incinerator burner thing. It's out at by Cochrane, and then we gotta take that to Whitecourt. And then while we're in Whitecourt, we'll grab another burner, and we gotta bring it back to Red Deer. Gave her another scrub down. I watched it yesterday when I got back, and then the boss was like, I need to take your truck. I'm like, fuck. I just washed it. It's like, that sucks. What do you got going on in here today? This has been sitting in the yard for eons. It's like they decided to finally fix it. Something's wrong with the engine, I think. So yeah, a few of us suffered from some of that fucking HV heavy vac oil, whatever shit. It's like Billy got it all washed up with that. I had stuck on my mirrors some of my chrome. Poor skid steer dually and trailer was just covered in it. My trailer is in. So many. Looks like they got it out. Maybe they fixed it. My slow leak I've been fucking fighting with for like a month, being lazy. I had some cord showing on this one, so that's when I went and got that stuff from North Imperial. And John was gung-ho on getting this horse cock loosened up. Oh boy. Doesn't look like he's winning. Thanks a lot, Edson. Really took care of this trailer. Was working when we had it in Red Deer. He was pounding on it all day yesterday. Oh my lord. And this is why I had to borrow my truck yesterday. Because this is doing stuff. Just put a new head on this one like a couple weeks ago. Seems to be suffering maybe injector issues. I don't know, you had to go pick him up yesterday. And there's this guy. I don't know what's going on with this, but there was some fuel contaminants. He's waiting on parts. Looks like he didn't get the parts because it's covered. Something going on in there, but nothing major. So the burner job got canceled. I ended up just sitting around the shop all day. We polished up all of my stainless, and I got ambitious and I put on these fog lights that I've had rolling around underneath the bed for like 3 months. And then I went out to move that coil that I took down to Global, and I split the yoke. Then I got towed home.
Money. monnaie, monnaie,
I'm so terrible. I do what I want.
Hopefully that dims right down to off. Parked in the shop here, so we just gotta move this guy out of the way. Oh yeah. It's been a long time. See, like, Peterbilt should have way bigger beds. Like, it's decent, but come on. Like, that's barely a twin. Didn't know if the camera was on or not. Slight help. Where's the fucking air gauges? But anyways, that's the fucking inside of a brand new Butte. Smart wheel. Probably gonna hate that. Whoa. those times I forgot the camera. How about some junk? It'll also come with some other junk so you can control it. RGB lights. This is a pretty good idea. I like it because I can have all the colors instead of just having one. And I also still like to have white. Definitely not some of the smartest pilot car operators, some of them. Like, buddy is sitting there, like, pulls over, headlights on, it's dusk, I can't see anything past his headlights. The only thing I could just barely see was horizon and his flag, just because of the way he was on that hill like that, and with that horizon on at his back, like, I couldn't even fucking see the guy. I just knew that he stopped. So to like move over, where am I going? I got nowhere to go. I was like, you have 3 pilot cars out front. Obviously something big is coming. There was a wider spot back there before I met the first pilot car. I don't know why he didn't try to get me to move over. $12.90? Is that how old that is? 1990? I think spring ride? Is that, holy shit. Why wouldn't it be? It's from 1990. Alright. Hello. Hit the switch. Hitting them switches. Now I got 2 in demo mode. The remote. But like if I'm holding it right here, hit white to go to white. green. This one didn't switch to green. Wow, my ears, 5 minutes and 56 seconds. Last night when I was trying to get out with that coil, I guess yesterday morning, fucking damn near 20 minutes I waited. And then another guy showed up behind them and decided, well, I'm waiting, I might as well chain up too. And he took like another 15. Ridiculous.